You guys can hear me. I had my sound off. Hello, everyone. Welcome. First of all, let me know if the sound is okay on my mic. I had to do, because I'm recording Xenoblade Chronicles, or more episodes of it. Hi, Emily. Welcome. So, because I'm recording Xenoblade Chronicles, I had issues. I don't know if I've talked about this. I had issues with my microphone. So I've been trying to figure out my microphone. I was like doing stuff all day with it, and this is kind of what I've come to. So let me know if I'm like if the sound is fine on my mic. If I'm a little too quiet, I can turn it up a little bit more. If I'm too loud, let me know. If I sound really strange, if it's like a little like echoey sounding, let me know because I know I had that issue going on. So let me know how that is. And welcome. So I kind of want to preface this a little bit and talk about the comparison streams. So, because I don't want to, um, like, I'm a super honest person, right? And I want to talk about, like, my feelings about certain things, and I want to talk about, like, the whole idea. So, you know, I do want to, before I, like, really get into it, I do want to say that I do love the Guild Wars community. I think the Guild Wars community, both for 1 and 2, is great. They're awesome overall. But they do, as much as they have, like, all these great things about them, they also have, like, a couple of flaws. And, you know, I could get deeper into that discussion, but I'm not going to because then it's going to be like, oh, streamer complains about the community or whatever, right? Well, thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. So that's not what I'm here for. But the thing is that these comparison streams have dramatically dropped in views. Okay, like they have dropped so much in views to the point where like barely anyone watches these. Hello, yeah, hello. So that's the thing, right? So they have dropped so much to the point where, like, with the stream that I'm doing today, we will have covered all of the base areas for Guild Wars Prophecies. I will be, at some point, once I get more viewers, once I get people that like actually want to watch the stuff, then I go back and I'll do like Alona and all the areas of Alona like Korna and the Desolation and Istan and like all those places. Like I'll go back to that and I'll do that and I'll do the Eye of the North areas, the or areas that are further to the north, like all the stuff that we have up here, because there's a ton of stuff here that we can talk about, which I kind of like put off because I just want people to watch it, and if no one's watching it, um, yeah, and I think they're a unique idea. Like tell me how many streamers in any video game that have like, that have like multiple areas to the game, like, cause you could do like, for those of you that don't know, like World of Warcraft, for example, like World of Warcraft is based off of the Warcraft series. And specifically Warcraft 3, like there's a lot of areas that you could go back and say, this is what this is based off of. Like there's different maps that have names that are now in World of Warcraft that you could say like, oh, this is what it looked like in Warcraft 3. Like are people doing that? I don't know, but I think for the Guild Wars community, like I am super unique in the case that I do those, right? And that's, and it's something that I don't want to just, my thing is I don't want to do these streams and then have no one watch them and then like 5 years from now have someone post like, oh man, I really wish someone would do these comparison streams, and me sit here and say, well, 5 years ago I did these and no one was watching them, and now there's these people watching them. So I want to wait until people like, ask for more or want to see that or whatever, so we're gonna kind of put these on hiatus, and we might come back to them at some point. And ArenaNet is going to release more maps, specifically in Cantha, which means that we're going to see more of Cantha, and which means I'm probably going to want to go back and compare some of those maps, right? So, um, but we'll do other fun stuff. I mean, I did Freelancer yesterday, and that stream actually got a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of stuff going on with that. So that was super fun, and I do want to do more Freelancer stuff. And then tomorrow we'll be doing Temtem, which is super fun, and then coming on the actually on the 18th we're gonna have Bayonetta, but I'm not gonna stream Bayonetta, but I will at some point. I might want to do that at some point. Maybe I'll do that next Monday or something. um, Bayonetta is releasing, which I'm super excited about, and maybe I'll do a couple of streams like playing through it with you guys. Like I'm thinking about that. But we also have November 18th. We're gonna have Pokemon come out, the new Pokemon game, and I do want to play that. I think it's gonna be a lot better than Legends Arceus, because that game just, I don't know, it just, they were trying to like do all these different things, and it just kind of bored me a little bit. But I think the new game, because it kind of gives you choices of what you want to do and stuff, I think that's going to be fun, and I want to stream that. So I'll be streaming those. So I'll be streaming that stuff. And like I said, there will be Guild Wars stuff. I'll probably be going back to like Guild Wars 1 for a little bit, just because, again, and it goes back to what I said earlier, I love the Guild Wars community, but I also think there's a lot of like flaws in the Guild Wars community. I just think that it just hasn't really done that good for me, the Guild Wars community. And again, that's not to say that the community sucks. Like, it's one of the best gaming communities I could have ever like hoped for being around, you know. But it also doesn't seem like they want to support smaller people. Like, that's what it seems like to me. They support the big streamers. They support the people that you know, are known. You know, those 5 to 10 people that are known in the community that do their certain things. That's what gets supported, and the rest kind of falls like a little short of stuff. So, which is okay, but I'm looking to grow. You know what I mean? It's not that you know, I just like, oh, I'm okay with that. Like, no, I'm not okay with that personally, because I do want to grow. So, that with that being said, and I'm not complaining about the community. I love the community, and I will always play Guild Wars, and I will always think great of the community. It's not that I'm sitting here nagging about the community, but it's just for me personally, as a channel that wants to grow, it's just not the right environment for me. So I'm going to stream other things. We're going to do other fun stuff, and I'm still going to be here. I'm still doing my 3 days a week right now, and that's it. So, but yeah, with that kind of being said, this might be a little bit of a shorter stream, because we're doing the Fire Island Chain, which is like the last area of like core Tyria that we kind of have to visit and look at. But again, so I will show you guys a little bit in the maps here. So specifically in Guild Wars 2, so you can kind of see the areas here. So we have Emberlight Camp, which we have Ember Bay down here, right? And you might think, oh, okay, this is what, you know, this is what that's based off of. Like, this area might be this area right here. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. They're not even close to the same areas, okay? They're not even at all the same areas. So the thing is, the biggest volcano, which is Abaddon's Mouth, okay? Abaddon's Mouth right here, that's the biggest volcano on the Fire Island chain, is right here, okay? You will see it. Where is this in the Guild Wars 2? Well, it's in the Guild Wars 2, it's right here. This is where that is, okay? That is where it's located. I kind of went like off, like I'm drunk. No. So that is where the biggest volcano is, okay? So this is not accessible to us. None of the areas, as you can see in Guild Wars 1, you know, the area to the side over here is available. Well, this is where Draconis Mons is, and that's inside, right? We do have a big volcano here as well. Whether or not that's the biggest volcano, we don't know, because that is like right here is where Draconis Mons would be, where the volcano would be. So it's probably this island right here that has a volcano. But in Guild Wars 1 times, there wasn't a volcano there. There was only, the biggest one was Abaddon's Mouth, which is over here, and we don't have that accessible. And then as you can see, you have the area above it, and then the area to the side of it, right? To the north and to the east. Right, to the north we can't go there, and to the east there's like nothing there. There's this tiny rock, which would be considered the Ring of Fire outpost before the mission, which the mission is up here. Then you have Abaddon's Mouth, which the mission is right here, and then you have Hell's Precipice, which the mission is down here, and it actually leads you into it leads you from out here into the caldera, and then right to the center of the volcano. But yeah, there's still some fun things to talk about nonetheless. So the areas are completely different. So Ember Bay would be down here. This is where Ember Bay would be. It's actually directly south of the, like you would have to look, the volcano is up here, and it's directly south of the volcano. So if we do the same, it would be right down here is where Ember Bay is. So it's a volcanic island. I mean, you can kind of excuse that, you know, by like new volcanoes erupting, especially with like an elder dragon underneath, Primordus, maybe changing the energy level, the magic levels and stuff, and like more fire comes out of here and stuff like that. So, you know, the islands change, and I'm totally okay with them changing, but it's just we don't have any direct things where you can say, let's go there and compare what it looks like. But what we can do is we can kind of look at like the design and kind of what they took from the one game and made it what they made it look like in the other game. And that's kind of what I'm here to do. And there's also one really cool thing that we're going to talk about in this mission, actually, over here, Abaddon's Mouth, that I want to show you guys. And it's going to be really cool. Like, it's going to be one thing where I'm like, did they do something there? I don't know. But yeah, so let's do that. So let's start in Guild Wars 1. Let's start in Guild Wars 1. So we last week we finished up Thunderhead Peaks, and I showed you guys there was this little gate right in front of that cave. Now the cave doesn't lead anywhere, but that gate will actually lead us right to the Ember to the camp. I don't know if the gate is actually here, but look at this. Look at this skull and stuff. Yeah, I don't think it actually leads us. There's no actual gate. But it does teleport us here. It's supposed to teleport us right here. But yeah, so look at these skulls and stuff, right? Look at these faces in the these are two different faces. Like we have those faces, with the like glowy eyes and stuff and like lava spewing out of it. And then we have those faces with the giant fangs and stuff. Like, that's really cool, you know, and you see those everywhere. So let's kind of go through Perdition Rock. I always love this. There's like a little map of Tyria right there. It's really cool. It shows like some jungly areas. There's the jungle. I think this is supposed to be, I don't know if that's Bloodstone Fen or what. There's the wall right there, and then Ascalon and stuff. It's really cool. I love that. Yeah, that map is cool, right? And I think this is Old Kryden, so you can actually translate this. This is actually translatable stuff. So this will probably say Tyria. That's probably what it says right here, Tyria. And then you have Kryda here, Kryta. Yeah, because that's obviously the A, because that's Tyria, and that's like it's like the European one, kind of what it looks like right there. This is Ascalon. This will be the Shiver Peak Mountains, probably, I'm guessing. Shiver Peak, the E and the A and the K. So that definitely says Shiver Peak. See, I'm like a, what do you call people that study languages? There's a name for those, but I feel like one of those, like a linguist, like a linguist is what I feel like. So that says Shiver Peak Mountains right there. That'll say Ascalon. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, that's a Devourer. I couldn't figure that out. Can I get closer to it? No, I can't. Yeah, as soon as I get closer, it disappears. So that's a Devourer right there, because, you know, Ascalon is full of Devourers and stuff. Is there any other animals on there? There's like a Kraken type thing. What is that? I don't know what that is. That looks like a face, doesn't it? Like, that's the eyeball there. There's a nose there. Like a mouth down here. And it's like looking up this way. I don't know. This says Maguma Jungle, because that's the M, that's the A, that's the G, U, M, A. Oh, U. It's double U. It's U, U, M, A. Maguma, and then Jungle, Jungle. Right? So you can kind of actually make it out. Like, there's a word for that. I forgot what it's called, but when a language, like, you can decipher it because it looks like another language kind of thing. So that says Maguma Jungle. This says Sea of... That says, no. Because that's the E, right? That looks like the E. There's an E and there's an E. And there's an E. There's, like, this... Because I look at Shiver Peaks, right? This is the E right there. This is SHIV. Why does the V look like an A, though? Shiver Peak? It definitely says peak there, but that doesn't say shiver. Unless, I mean, that letter looks wrong to me. Shiver Peak Mountains. But that's definitely the E, right? Like, Maguma Jungle, that's the E. So there's an E here, there's an E here. That's an A or an N. Either of those. What is Krita? No, Tyria. So that's an R. So it's R. I? Yes, R-I. I am determined to figure this out right now. What is that letter? R-I something A or N. I don't know what that says. I can't figure it out. Because what is that weird Shiver Peak Mountains? Ascalon. So that's an O. O-E? Why does it say O-E? Because I would think this says Sea of Sorrows, but that's not enough letters. Then my other thing was Bay of Sirens is also one. That's I think that's supposed to be closer in, though. The Bay of Sirens. Like, Ring of Fire. That's what it says. It says, I just figured it out because I'm like, where am I right now? I'm at the Ring of Fire. So it says ring, but that's not a I-R-E. So the F and the E look the same? Because that's the E. That's the E. But if it says fire right there, like, those are the same letters. Like, the E and this letter right there? Or maybe they're different. Hold on, I'm gonna look up. I need to look up Old Crichton, because now that's gonna really bother me. I think that's Old Crichton. Languages of Tyria. Old Crichton. Okay. It's not Old Crichton. What's New Crichton then? Do we have New Crichton? Primarily related to the Druids. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Old Kurzik. Old Canthan writing. Elonian script. Oh, it's Ascalonian. Guys, this is an Ascalonian map. That's Ascalonian script. So let me... Oh. So it looks like they made some mistakes on there because the F is supposed to be... Like, you know how the E would have 3? Well, the F is supposed to have 2, but that's clearly 3. So they put the wrong symbol on that. But that definitely says Ring of Fire. Yeah, they used wrong symbols. This is a wrong map, guys. And this probably says Crystal Desert. Yeah, because there's an E there, there's an E there. That's the S. Yeah. RT. That's the T, that's the T. That's the C, that's the C, that's the R, that's the Y, that's the S, that's the TAL. Crystal Desert. Okay, so they looks like they only messed up right over here and then maybe a little bit there, because that's S. The H, that doesn't look like an H to me. Because the H is literally an H. Like, I will tell you guys, the H, we don't have it anywhere else. But the H is literally just like, bam, bam, and a line through it. Like, it's an H. So that doesn't look like that. That's the I. The V, okay, that's upside down. The V should be like... It's like literally a V with the one corner kind of cut off a little bit. Yeah, so there you go, guys. There's some mistakes right there. We just wasted 15 minutes. I was curious because I was like, ooh, we can translate this, but yeah, it's good to know that there's mistakes in there, guys. So now you know this. Now if someone asks you, you can be like, that is misspelled and there's a mistake right there. Everything else is fine, because that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, and that looks good. Awesome. Alright, anyways. going back to the regular stuff. So look at this. Look at the volcanoes. Look at the lava coming out. See, and yeah, this is where the lava meets the sea. So it's like, ooh, it's all misty and stuff. Foggy. Of course, we can't swim or anything, but yeah, here we are. So let's go into Perdition Rock. Let's do the journey there, and let's. Oh God. And let's kind of see some of the interesting enemies that we will encounter on our journey. And apparently my game has to download. So we're going to go away from the waypoint because that waypoint sound makes me want to stab someone. The music is really, really good in Guild Wars 2 for this stuff. It's nighttime right now, so the lava is very glowy. But we do have some lava coming out with some skulls. They kind of definitely took the skulls thing. The skulls thing gets more interesting when you take the... Well, I was going to take the thermal tubes, but I think this one just goes to the wrong direction. Oh, I want to... Yeah, I want to go over here, so let's kind of go over there. So look at how bright this is in Guild Wars 1. So we have some drakes. We're gonna have some flesh golems. So this is a different type of flesh golem. So you will see flesh golems that necromancers can summon in Guild Wars 2. Then there's the better looking version in Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1 has really, really cool flesh golems that you can summon. And then you have these enemies called flesh golems. So we're gonna kind of look at some of these skulls there. We're gonna have some look at some lava flowing down. But yeah, so we have these flesh golems. Look at these guys. They look funky, don't they? Oh, it's really loud in my ear. Is that loud, guys? Is that too loud? If it's too loud, let me know. I might turn it down a little bit for now. Because it's like really loud. I was like, Jesus. We also have hydras. They're Mago hydras. It is a bit loud. Is it better now that I've kind of turned it down? I can turn it down a little bit more. I'll turn it down halfway. We don't really, the sound doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. But just so we don't just listen to me. But thank you, Emily. Yeah, so we have more of the faces, right? Okay, cool. Thank you. We have the faces, I mean, they use them like everywhere in Guild Wars 1. They really make this feel like such a dark, dreary place. Look, there's like tentacles coming out of the eyeballs. It's really morbid. Like, that's crazy. So we got these flesh golems, we got these hydras. That's pretty much all you'll find on Perdition Rock. It's just these guys, and this is what the area looks like. We're gonna explore a little bit. You get a tree here or there that's like burned up. Come on, friends, let's go. Let's go, everyone. We have things to do. Hydra's still as dangerous as ever. Don't let my team fool you. Trust me, I've spent a lot of time and money on this team. That's why they're not dying. So there's a collector. We have a... Oh, let's open up the map so we'll have that in comparison as well. It's a ghost. Again, they kind of... ArenaNet does a great job of making this place feel very isolated. I can't get over to him. This is like apparently not allowed for me to walk across. Yeah, and there's more of the faces. They're like everywhere. What does he collect? He collects... Oh, he collects claws of the hydras. So we have the flesh golem, more flesh golems here, and then we also have driders. I've talked about driders. They're these like... they're like spider demons. You find them in the underworld and stuff. They use them in fire areas, I want to say. Because I think they use like fire abilities and stuff. So we have these driders. Oh, they're actually, this one is a necromancer. That's a necromancer. They're necromancers. But yeah, they like look funky. But they're like these weird spider enemies. They're gross. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, like, there's not much. You have like all this lava coming out. Yeah, it's very like dark stone chests, more golems. You got some drakes. They're just like these drakes that you can find here. Flesh golems. I mean, that's all it is. Literally, this entire area is just these. There's some bosses here and there. I want to say there's a phantom in there. Again, we've kind of seen those phantoms. around. They're like, again, creatures from the underworld. And the reason we have creatures from the underworld here is because the volcano, Abaddon's Mouth, is the largest volcano. Remember that. Abaddon's Mouth is a portal to the realm of torment. So kind of like how we see in Guild Wars 2, the Mouth of Torment, where like, you know, all the tentacles and all that shit comes out, you know, or whatever. Like that hey. I don't know who's messaging me. I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna respond because I'm rude. I'm gonna go offline because I'm streaming with you guys and I don't want to just... I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. It drives me crazy that I don't know who that is. Can we look up? Is that someone in my guild? I need to kind of look at that. Raygun is online. That's fine. Sorry guys to have to do this on stream, but I just need to know if I know that person. Because I will tell you what, guys, I've been getting like solicited by like all kinds of people lately. Specifically, like I'm in Mighty Teapot's Discord, and there's all these people that will message me about like pretty much selling me. You know, they're designers that make like I don't know what you would call them, but they make like overlays and emotes and all this stuff, right? And I've been getting like people want me to buy shit. I'm like, I don't have money to buy shit. Like, please stop. Is there no other name that can add as a friend? Let's add this person as a friend for a second. Digimoth? I don't know who that is. Okay, I'm just gonna message them on streaming. I don't know who they are. But yeah, I mean, if they're like a person that I know, I mean... Alright, so, anyways, where was I? Oh, largest volcano, Abaddon's Mouth. Sorry, we got interrupted there. Largest volcano, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Mouth of Torment. So this is another portal to the realm of torment. Okay, so to think, I mean, like, to think that right up here we could be going to like the realm of torment, which is actually supposedly now it's Cormia's library, right? Because Cormia took over after Abaddon and she changed that into Cormia's library. So there's another access point to her library, essentially, you know, to her realm, pretty much right there. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of there. I don't know what the whole point was, but yeah, volcano. I don't know. That whole conversation kind of threw me off. I was like, I don't know. Oh, phantoms. That's what we see underworld creatures. That's what I was gonna say. So that's what we see. These phantoms. They're from the underworld, and they kind of venture around here. Just because we're close. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because we're close to a portal to the underworld. We have Dwayna's Curse right here. Okay, and it's a flesh golem. So yeah, I don't know. That's a boss right there, Dwayna's Curse. I'm getting interrupted constantly. Not fun. Stop it. Stop it right now. Unctuous Remains. Ooh, gross. So again, we can't really, I mean, these creatures do not appear here. We do have drakes that appear in Guild Wars 2, right? So we do have that. And you know, we have like destroyers that pop up. Of course, that doesn't happen in Guild Wars 1 because this is way before destroyers were even a thing in the game. But this is Perdition Rock, so it's kind of pretty much what... Whoa, there's spikes coming out of that eyeball. I want to look at that. Ah, hello. Jesus. Scared me. But yeah, look at that. There's a tree growing out of that one. Jesus. Um, yeah, but I mean, this is like everywhere, right? And they don't have them that often here in Guild Wars 2. They do have them in some locations, but when you actually look, they're not as common. There's some right there, and then you go, and then there's a bunch of none of them there, right? There's none of them anywhere here. Only to go to the big one right there, you know, or to the big one up there. I mean, you know, there's some really big ones up there, but they're not as common in Guild Wars 2 as they are in Guild Wars 1, right? In Guild Wars 1, they're kind of like here they are. Da-da. Um, so we have this area right here, which is the Caliph Steps, right? And it's this fortress of the Mersat. Now remember, in Guild Wars 1, the Mersat they're here because they have sealed the entrance to the realm of torment, where the Titans are from, and the Titans are hunting the Mersat, and they have sealed that door. It's called the Door of Komali, and it's sealed. The Mersat have that sealed. That's why they have the presence here on the Fire Island chain. They have a huge presence, but they have this, like, you can kind of see there's this fortress. They call it the Onyx Gate, which is actually 3 layers. There's one gate right here, there's another one here, and there's another one here, and then they have this like little entrance right here. Like, this is, I think all of that is considered the Onyx Gate, and they have a huge presence. They kind of, in Guild Wars 2 Arena, it kind of built this as well. So you have these stairs that lead up, and there's like different levels. There's like 1 level, 2 level, and then 3 level. They kind of took the inspiration from that, and we'll kind of look at that in a second as well. So we saw Perdition Rock. I'm not going to do too much more here. We'll go to a new area because I want to talk about the important stuff. So again, so these structures, so this, again, this is kind of like, this is all Mersat looking stuff, right? This is where they came from. That's, or that's where we're going, I think. That's where the mission starts, I think. So yeah, these are like these are the Mersat structures. They have these really cool crystal, like red crystal structures. That's what all that is made out of. Oh, let's read about Emberlight Camp. Just on the edge of the Ring of Fire, the Emberlight Camp was established by a group of sailors whose corsair was shipwrecked here during a terrible storm. Whose corsair is that? Like it's a type of ship, right? I guess a corsair. There's little left today of the original camp, except the story of the men who lived to tell the tale. That's where the ghosts, I think, come in. The ghosts are supposed to represent the people that kind of drifted here. But we have the Ring of Fire. The large volcano at the center of this ring is where the gods reportedly dropped the legendary Bloodstones before leaving Tyria for good. Of the volcanic islands that surrounds this one, many are still active. Ships that pass by the ring report hearing the telltale hiss of scalding hot lava hitting the ocean, instantly vaporizing the salt water into steam. So that's kind of what we saw at the Emberlight Camp. We saw that, hitting, turning into steam, that lava hitting the rocks. So we have this little outpost here. Again, there's nothing. We look up the volcano. So that is the largest volcano. That's where Abaddon's Mouth is. Okay, and we kind of, the thing is, we start here and we kind of journey around this volcano because we go here, we go here, we go around here, we go here, and then we get, this is where the mission ends. We get teleported into this outpost, and then this outpost, which is right in the center of the thing, we actually get teleported outward and then move back into it. It's really strange the way that it is that way, but yeah, so here we are. Yeah, so we kind of see the structures there a little bit, and we can kind of, I mean, we can see a few of the structures, but again, they did a nice job in Guild Wars 2, kind of keeping up. Look, this is part of these structures here. These spikes coming out of the ground, the stairs that were made and stuff. This is all like this red, dark looking. It's more shimmery in Guild Wars 1, I want to say. We can actually get closer to the stuff there, and then we can kind of see what that looks like with the Mersat symbol on there, or I wouldn't say that that's the Mersat symbol. To me, that represents more like Janthier. That looks more like the Eye of Janthier, which is, I don't know, again, we don't know if they're associated with each other or what the mystery there is, but yeah. Alright, so let's kind of go in. This is where Breknar Ironhammer, remember, he's the brother to Jalus Ironhammer. He sacrifices himself. So what's actually supposed to happen here is we're not supposed to attack these guys. We're actually supposed to let him lure some of these Mersat away, and then he dies. And that's kind of what's supposed to happen because, again, we help them in their civil war, right? We pretty much resolve the civil war by killing Dagnar and killing the remaining, like, bad, you know, the bad guys or whatever. And there's Bregnar, he died over there by himself. But yeah, so they kind of, like, they owe us, and they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come with you, we're gonna help you, and yeah, and they end up sacrificing themselves. So that's where we were over there. No, that's where we were. What is that? What is over there? Oh, you can actually go there. That's from Perdition Rock. You can actually walk over there. That's like a actually, no, I want to go. Do I want to go? Is that the area? Yes, I think that's the area. Hold on, let's go back. I do want to show you guys something. I totally forgot about this until just now. Until just now, I thought of it. I'm sorry to have cut off that person. I don't know who they were. But I kind of, just went invisible, so they couldn't bother me anymore. I'm sorry. I really apologize for that, and I'm gonna send them that message as well. I just didn't want to start a conversation because, as you guys saw, I didn't even have a conversation and I was already like completely confused. I'm like, no way. No way can I do this. All right, I do want to just get through here real quick because I do want to show you guys some stuff. I want to land, actually. Whee! There's Captain Grumby. Grumby? Whatever, however you say that. Oh, I had 2 sky scales for a second there. Not sure how that happened. Oh, so we have an ether seal here. Do we see those in Guild Wars 2? Ether seals? Yeah, we do. They're actually like these things. Where are they? These right here, ether tower. That's what they're supposed to be. So we have these ether towers right here, as you guys can see. And they will, ooh, they put like this effect on me. I mean, it dies really quickly, but it has this area effect around it, right? So this is what that is. It's these ether towers right here. They have this effect around them, and they will cast spells and stuff. And we have actually Mersat Tower. Removes enchantment, damages players, drains 2 energy per second, and causes -1 energy regeneration. It's really bad. Like, if you're around that and you're like an exclusively energy user, like, it's bad. So we have some Jade Bows, right? We have the Jade Bows up here as well. So this is, you know, we all know what they kind of look like in Guild Wars 2, right? We can kind of look at them. You know, they do their thing. Oh god. I'm getting attacked in both games right now. I'm like, oh boy. Alright, come on, that is gonna kill you. Alright, so we have that. Let me just get away so they don't attack me. Alright, we'll stand right here. And I was gonna show off some more armors, but we don't see any. Oh, there's some right there. Let's go to the, I'm gonna walk right up to them. There's some Jade Bows, so this is what they look like in Guild Wars 1, as you guys can see. Again, they look very Abaddon-ish, right? Because they have like 6 eyes. You guys see that? They have like 6 eyes like Abaddon. They do have that in Guild Wars 2 as well. They have 6 eyes. So, you know, people were trying to like figure out a connection between them, but it's weird because, so there could perhaps be a theory that could be made. So, because in Guild Wars 1, the Mersat are enemies to the Titans, who are followers of Abaddon. The Titans are followers of Abaddon that he sends to kind of cause chaos. So they're actually enemies, if you think about it. The Jade Armors who work for the Mersat are enemies to the to Abaddon, who's the 6-eyed. So they're like opposing forces. But here's my theory thing coming in a little bit. So the Mersad are these golden floaty guys, right? And yes, their structures are kind of like they look like jade armor and stuff. But what if that is stolen magic? What if they like when they when they faced out of reality or whatever, maybe they tapped into like some tormented energy from like Abaddon or something, or maybe they learned some stuff about Abaddon, and that's how they made the Jade armors. That's why the Jade armors look nothing like the Mersad. Because the Mersad are these like golden robed flying guys, right? The Jade armors would look a lot more like Seers, like they would match the Seers a lot more, but they were also enemies of the Mersad. So maybe this is like maybe the Jade armors was like something that Abaddon had, and the Mersad stole that from them. Like I would like to think that, right? Because that would make sense, right? In a way where it's like, why do they have six eyes like Abaddon? Well, because there's stolen magic, or there's stolen like concept or ritual. There's a ritual that the Mersad stole, and it would be really cool to think about like learning about maybe more about the Mersat in their past. Maybe when they were like good, when they were like still friends to the other four elder races. When they still fought together. I mean that's kind of. Oh God, are they all gonna come? Yeah, we're gonna have this boss, and we have this group coming as well. Great. Let's not die, please. There's a meteor shower. This is not good. This is really bad. This is really bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. Oh, we got a scroll of heroes inside. Nice. I'll take that. Alright, kill that breeze rider. And Digimoth is offline. I'm gonna send him a mail in a minute, or in a minute later on. I'm gonna say I'm really sorry. I had to go offline because I don't like to have conversations when I'm live. So I really apologize. I'm not sure what they were talking about. All right, so Captain Grubby, he says, "Ahoy there! I'm Captain Grubby. Not that I am proud of it, but the mantle paid a coin to keep my mouth shut and my boat docked, unless they say otherwise. Take me to the Ring of Fire Island chain." Okay, so we can kind of say, hey, take me across there. That's where the mission outpost is, Ring of Fire. That's where we started. Remember how I was like, oh, over there, right? We have that over there, which that's where the mission starts. That's where Breknar, he killed himself. Like, he ran off and he killed himself over there, right? Or didn't kill himself, he got killed by the Mersad, but that happens over there. And then the mission outpost is right there. So you can actually take you, like, right across the thing there. And yeah, so we can say, take me there. It says, I couldn't. They would burn my home and stuff my spirit in one of those evil statues. Help us and make sure you aren't harmed. Well, you did just kill all three of the inner council. So there is actually a quest that you come here where there's three of the inner council of the White Mantle are hanging out right here. And you come and you kill them. So that's when he's like, oh, well, you just killed three of them without so much as breaking a sweat. You've changed my mind. I'll serve the White Mantle no longer. Let me know when you want to go. I'm ready. And then he moves you over to the Ring of Island. That's how you would proceed. So it's actually really interesting. When you first get here, you don't actually see, like, you actually don't have to go to the east side of the island. You literally just take the quest where they tell you, oh, go over to these docks over there and kill the inner council members. And then that guy's like, oh, I'll take you across. And you go and you journey, and that's how you move along. And then you can come back and do all that stuff. But who is it? This is Captain Grumpy, guys. This is the ghost. So 250 years ago, so he helped us in Guild Wars 1. So he's right over at those docks right over there. That's where he's standing. And yeah, and he helps us in Guild Wars 1, and then in Guild Wars 2 he helps us also. And you can kind of talk to him. And it says, oh, hey there, I'm Captain Grumpy. Not that I'm proud of it, but the mantle paid me good coin to keep my mouth shut and my boat docked, unless they say otherwise. Exactly the same dialogue he just told us. So, so he's kind of stuck in time. I mean, he's a ghost, right? Ghosts are stuck in time. So he's stuck in time as in like 250 years ago. So the mantle pay you. They did, until they betrayed me and got me stuck here like this. Hey, you a friend of these researchers roaming around here? They're getting killed by the local predators. You should do something. What do you want me to do? Tear them apart, not the researchers, the Jade constructs and the destroyers. Oh, and if you're feeling feisty, take out a few of those Mersat defense devices. They're unforgiving. Thanks for your information. Can I ask you something else? They pay you to what? Did I say pay? I meant pay. I meant paid. They haven't actually done anything for me in a very long time. I'm stuck here like all the other lost souls of the Fire Islands, waiting for Primordus to consume me. Ooh, Primordus? Can't you feel the temperature rising here? So many destroyers are crawling up from the depths. More than ever. It's like watching the rats come out of hiding when the ship sprung a leak. Gah! So again, because he's a ship captain, so he makes a reference to ships. Except they're not fleeing anything. No, they're eating everything, and when Primordus gets here, it will eat the rest of us. Then it'll be goodbye, Grumpy. Can't say I'd mind a bit of rest. Thanks for the information. Can I ask you something else? What do you know about this place? A lot. There's a reason I'm stuck here for all of eternity. The White Mantle brought me here when they decided I'd outlived my usefulness, and they sacrificed me to their gods, the Mersat. When was that? Shortly before someone opened the door to the realm of torment and let a bunch of evil creatures out. We were trapped until then. How did they trap you? It's complicated. All you need to know is that the Mersat and the White Mantle are slavers of souls. It took an act of godly proportions to stop them. This fortress was the seat of their power. Why here, of all places, it's so inhospitable? They came here to keep an eye on the door to the realm of torment. A prophecy had predicted the end of the Mersat. Prophecy spelled with an S. That's really interesting, right? Because you can spell it with a C as well, right? Had predicted the end of the Mersat at the hand of something from beyond the door. It came true. What happened? The Mersat were wiped out by the forces of good. Without their gods, the White Mantle all died or moved on. They left the Mersat defenses in place because they didn't know how to turn them off. Thanks for the information. So we get all this info. He pretty much tells you the story of the Guild Wars 1 character. We come here because we want to open the door of Komali because the Vizier Kilbron tells us that in order to defeat the Mersat, we have to unleash whatever is behind the door of Komali, right? Because again, remember, the Titans are enemies of the Mersat. Well, only to find out that the Titans are actually agents of Abaddon, which Vizier Kilbron is as well, but we don't know that. We don't know that until literally the last mission when he's like, oh, you fucking fell for it, blah, 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 whatever. But he tells you the story. So Grumby, after he transports us in Guild Wars 1, the White Mantle are like, what the fuck? You let these people across? Well, we take you prisoner. And I guess he got dragged to this fortress, Caliph's Steps. And Caliph is actually someone that we're going to meet as well. Which Caliph is, I think, Caliph Prime? Is that his name? One of the bosses that you can meet in one of the missions is called something something Prime. Or who is Caliph? I think Optimus Caliph. So he's sorry guys, I'm just reading up on some stuff real quick. I need one more thing I gotta look up real quick. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure I give you all the info so I can spoon feed you the info. All of the info. Okay. All right. So just had to read some stuff up. So we will. So this is called Caliph Steps. Now, why is this called Caliph Steps? Well, this is actually a reference to Guild Wars 1. Because in Guild Wars 1, we do, and we will encounter them, there's specific leaders of the Mersat. And apparently, as far as we understand it, because the name Optimus Caliph. So this is in the trivia section on the wiki. You can actually read it. It says Optimus means highest in Latin, and Caliph is the Romanized form of the Arabic word Khalifa, which means successor or representative, and was used to describe the leader of the Muslim nation. Thus, Optimus Caliph roughly translates to highest successor, highest representative, or highest ruler. So he is the top dog of the Mersat, which we never get to know. Like he dies unceremoniously. We kill the leader of the Mersat, and we don't even know that we killed the leader of the Mersat. But based on the name, you can be like, whoa. Because all the other names are a little bit different. They all have kind of like something of this or something of that, right? And all of a sudden, this guy is like Optimus Caliph, and it's like, whoa, okay, yeah. So he's like the leader. So we're actually gonna see him. So let's start the mission again. Let's go in. So that's what that's named after. But yeah, so that's where the Captain Grumby comes from. Okay, that's he is the he helps us. So let's have Breknar do his thing. So he lures them away. Okay, at least this group, which is like really useless because I could just easily kill them. But yeah, and there's not much to this mission, guys. And there's really not much to this mission. You kind of just go through and yeah, and then you do a little I want to say, yeah, you do a little you have to go across this bridge. So the whole idea is we want to get to that big volcano, right? We want to get to that volcano over there, but we have no way to cross over. The only place you can cross over, and it doesn't show here, right here is a bridge. You can kind of see the ends of the bridge, but it's like a soul bridge, I want to say. So it's like see-through. So it doesn't show, but that's the only bridge that connects the rest of the islands here with the main big island where the big volcano is that we need to go to. So our journey here right now is to pretty much get to this bridge so that we can get on the big island chain and storm the Mersat fortress. So we're gonna kind of go in here. I think we're gonna be able to take the shortcut. I will tell you guys, I can actually, the skill that I have where I summon a Ruby Djinn, I can actually replace that with summoning a Mersat. I can actually summon a Mersat. It's really weird to do that. I actually have it unlocked. Oh, I don't on this. I don't have it on this character. I can summon a Naga Shaman or a Ruby Djinn, but there's one where you can summon a Mersat, which is really, really funny. So we're journeying through here. We're gonna have to do the little loop-de-loop here, but then we're gonna go right into the mission, and yeah. We get some nightmares. Again, we're close to the Realm of Torment, so that's why underworld creatures are here, because the Realm of Torment was always kind of described as like... It wasn't directly described, but I feel like the notion was always that it's somewhat related to the underworld. So that's why we see like underworld creatures, you know? It's like another underworld, kind of. But that's not officially, like, I don't think that's really described. The route that runs along Abaddon's mouth is known to any who have ventured here as Hell's Precipice. One look into Caldera of the Furious Volcano will explain why. So, and we're gonna battle right, like, you do the because that's the very last mission right there, and you fight Vizier Kilbron in his Lich form, and you do it on top of a Bloodstone and stuff. It's very, like, it's really cool. I think it's a really cool location to be doing this. So we're going through the lava actually here. We get burned and cripple as a condition here. As you guys can see, burning and crippled right there. Oh, you guys can't really see it. But it's up there. It's burning and crippled. This is what we're getting. Which is totally fine. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. There's Cairn the Smug. Okay, so you guys know in Guild Wars 2, the raid boss is called Cairn the Indomitable. Now this is, the Jade bosses had, certain Jade bosses had a, they were always called Cairn the whatever. right? And this one is the Smug. And we're going to see more of them as well. So they kind of have that. That's kind of the fashion of Jade bosses. They were always called that. Some of them, not all of them, actually. It's not all of them, but some of them are called that. So, okay, that seal is taking way too long. Can you, like, destroy the seal, please? Oh, we have no energy, that's why. So as you guys can see, my energy is running low. And, yeah, and then we have Etten bosses coming as well. So, yeah, those ether seals, you have to destroy them ASAP. So we actually have Vizier Kilbron here. He's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, yo?" Boo 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 boo. Kind of, yeah. Look at Ridlock's sword, like right there in my crotch.
The Mursat have covered the volcano with potent anti-magics. Even now, I can feel them draining my power away.
So he's talking about the ether seals, the ether towers.
I would suggest we find another way around.
So he's saying that we don't go straight through this front gate right here because there's a crap ton of ether seals right there. So in the mission, you actually have the choice, and I'm not going to sit here and listen to him anymore. But you actually have the choice of going through the front door if you can make it, if your team is really good, or you can go up here and you go all the way around to come from the back door and then get to the bridge. And you would come through that gate in the far back there. You would come through there. But my team, I think, is good enough to go through the front. I hope. We should be able to go through. I just want to get rid of these breeze riders beforehand. There's a breeze rider boss as well, so we kind of have to defeat them. So this is very dangerous, as you can see, because there's 2 seals on the door and 2 seals hanging out like the towers right there. Do you see how active those towers are? So very, very dangerous to go in. We have a boss right there. Alright. Let's kind of recharge some of our energy here. We're gonna have to wait a little bit. And then we'll go right in, and we're gonna go right. I'm gonna go right for the seal. Because that seal has to be broken. ASAP, because if we have no energy, that's not good. Alright, so we got the first seal. Oh, now we're doing the other seal. Okay, we need to attack that seal right there. Yeah, so Ridlock just died, which is okay. Come on, guys. Okay, so now... Oh, we almost died there. But now we're getting our energy back, finally. Which means that we should be okay. We should be okay. Yeah, and then the 2 seals right there. They might become a little tricky because the enemies behind that. There's another Cairn the Troubling, is behind the door. So there's a boss behind the door that's probably going to attack us. But that's okay. We have no direct enemies right here that are going to attack us. So we can probably get these doors. And I don't think they suck out energy here. No, they don't. These are just those are just locks to the door. So yeah. So we've already made our way through here. But then there's another 2 towers behind there. So see how hard it could possibly be to actually get through this. Like, you have all these towers that are sucking out your energy and then enemies around it. It's really, really tough. So let's go right for this guy. I can recharge my energy here and then do that. My seal doesn't cost any energy. Okay, come on. We got it. Okay, we got the first seal here. And now we can fight these guys. Wait, no. We're losing energy still. Oh my god. We're gonna die here. Okay, come on. Move back. We'll move back. We have to be a little... Oh my god, they're all dying. This is so bad. Mursat token, guys. Look at this. We're gonna look at that as well. Alright, let's revive some people. We should be okay now. We only have that seal to wear. Oh, nope, never mind. There's some enemies right there. Alright, guys. Move back. Move back. We don't need to be that close. They'll follow us. At least we can get some energy. Yeah, so as you guys can see, even with my, like, it's not a pro team, but it's a pretty decent team that I have, it's still really tough, okay? This shit is really hard. There's Coventina the Matron. That's a Mersat boss. She's a, I think she's a healer, I want to say. So there's a token, guys. There's a Mersat token. We actually... there's the icon. You guys can kind of see it. Mersat lore tablets, but we do have tokens as well. I don't know if we can actually... I think I found all of the Mersat. There's lore tablets, but I think I found all the Mersat... Why can't I... I couldn't move to the side for a minute. I think I found all the Mersat tokens. I don't know if they were actually, like, visibly on the ground. I think they looked a little bit different. They would be under achievements, story, and it would be Rising Flames, camis, dominating dominator, collecting coalescence, no, return, no, tablets of the unseen, that's reading all of that. How about token collector? Oh, I'm dead. How did I die? Oh my god. Come on, guys. Alright, let's move a little bit further back. I don't know what you guys are doing. So yeah, so you collect these tokens, Mersat tokens that were scattered throughout. I don't know what they look like. I don't know if they have an icon or not, but this is the icon in Guild Wars 1, as you guys can see. That's kind of the thing there. All right, let's recharge here a little bit. Because we've died a lot. We're almost at the end of this mission, I will tell you guys. But yeah, so the Mersat tokens that you find here are just a reference to these items that you could find from the enemies or whatever. All right, let's destroy this thing really quickly. All right, we destroyed that. So the seal is undone. As you guys can see, the energies are gone, and the tower isn't like the things aren't floating up and down. Oh, these are still doing that. Oh, they're supposed to come down. Oh, that's weird. When you're off screen, they go. Oh no, they don't. Oh, that's weird. Why did that one go up then? Okay, I don't. Yeah, they're supposed to drop down like that one just did. In what year have you played that mission the first time? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I want to say 2009? 8? I want to say 2008 or something like that. I want to say. There's something around that. Sometime around that. I'm not exactly sure, but I want to say it was somewhere around that. So much later than the release. I did it much, like, you know, pretty much years after release. All right, let's kill Coventina the Matron. We will end her life. I'm sorry, Coventina, you're gonna die. Oh, she's dead. All right, so that's the bridge. We actually activate the bridge with this lever right here. Clear the guard. Oh. Wait, what? I did do that. Oh, the guardhouse over on the other side. Oh, so I open it. Look at this. I keep opening and closing the gate because I'm silly. Look at this. Maybe I can kill them because the spikes come out and stab them. All right, anyways. What year did you play that mission? What year did you first play that mission? I mean, that's a very old, long ago mission, you know. So that's the back entrance right there. That's what we have come through. There's no towers. There's only one seal on the door, as you guys can see. So you can take the long way around. That's maybe a little bit easier, but much longer. Or you can say, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking storm the shit, run all the way in, like I did and kill them. Oh, I thought this bridge was like one of the elusive bridges. It's not. So it's weird that it doesn't pop up on the map. You know what I mean? So as I said before, the Mersat always have the like this is this or this the whatever, this of this and this and this, right? Coventina the matron, Odalin, what was his name? Odalin the displeased, Odalin the displeased. Really? Wow, nice. That's awesome. That's really cool to think about, you know? Like so many years ago to have played that. And there's Malik the Virtuous. So that's their names. So having like Optimus Caliph is such a weird, like, it makes him stand out automatically as like he is the leader because his name literally means like, you know, he's the top leader or whatever. So here we are. This is the entrance to pretty much where we're going for the rest of the game. And this is a Mesmer boss, which is not good. He stole all of my energy. Holy crap. We have some, this is like some jade, where the jade armors would come out of. Right here, these little constructs or whatever. So we kind of clear this, and then, which is weird, like, you know, Vizier Kilbron keeps having this like image of being like a nice guy. Like at this point, we still think he's a nice guy. Like he's a good guy. You know, he appears here and he actually takes Breknar Ironhammer and actually like cremates him. And he does all this stuff, right? And it's just like, oh well, that's, you know, it's kind of sweet. You know, I mean, you know, there's Breknar right there, and we kind of like, he's just like, he has a speech and everything that he says. It's kind of weird. I'm like, you know, I like that, but it's just, I feel like he would have already, well, that chest just turned. So we're right, so this becomes the outpost. This place becomes the outpost. There's a Blade Warrior, Olivio. There's a merchant called Frobos. And that's it. That's where the pyre thing is, and that's all we have around here. That's it, and then we go right into the mission. I don't know if we can see anything interesting from here. Can we? No. We can kind of see some of the structures over there, but that's it. Alright, well, that's it. Let's start the mission. Because we have some stuff to... Again, I'm not showing much in Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. There's just, you know, there's not much to compare, but I do want to show you some of the areas and some of the names and the references to some of the stuff. So we have like these ether towers. You know, we could kind of do what we did in Guild. Oh, someone just finished the defense thing, and now the pyroclastic jade construct spawned, which I kind of want to stay away from, honestly. All right, so here we are. This mission. So this is where some really cool stuff. I can show you some really cool stuff. This is where like I'm probably gonna spend my majority of. So as you guys can see, this is quite the fortress. Again, we're going up to the caldera, but this is right here. This is the Onyx. He talks about the Onyx Gate. Okay, Onyx Gate. This is what the like, I don't know if this is the Onyx Gate or these three, but like this, I'd like to think the whole installation is called the Onyx Gate. He gives us a boon of actually walking really fast, so we actually get to run really fast, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so there's Jade constructs and Mersad here, and that's kind of why we're here. Like we're just killing these guys. Let's summon Ridlock. He can help out with this seal right there. Oh my god, I'm getting attacked by this Jade. Oh, I forgot you have to break their bar in order to do damage to them. I forgot about that. Oops. Oops. I'm not paying attention right now, guys. Sorry. I'm playing really bad. I'm trying to not die. Alright, let's go up. Let's get away from this. Whee! Right in the eye hole. We'll kind of look down from here. Oh. 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 I wonder how high I can go up on this. Can I go all the way? Probably, right? Look at that. We got a little rock that we can stand on. Ta-da! So we'll do that. Alright, let's go on. I don't care if that runs out. So we kind of have to destroy all of these guys. No big deal. Bon. Dead. Do we go around here? I don't think we do. I don't think we need to. Yeah, so they have these like weird fiery gates here. It's really cool. I love that. Like, that's awesome to me. Like, this is what I imagine, you know, going, like, you know, there's all these theories that I have about the Isles of Janthier and, like, you know, what's located there, who used to, there's Cairn the Destroyer, guys, and Cairn the Relentless. So again, as I told you guys, the great boss, you know, goes after the fashion of how the Jade Armors were named. The Jade Armor bosses were named in Guild Wars 1. So that's kind of cool. So there's a little reference. You guys can see both of them right next to each other. And now we have to destroy both seals on either side of this gate in order to open this gate. So it's not built into the gate this time around. It's on the side. And it has this like weird battery. Almost looks like a person, doesn't it? It has a head. Looks almost like a Mersat, doesn't it? Like, it has these wings on the back, and there's like the chest area, that's like the hip area, and it dissipates, and these souls come out. Really cool effect if you don't really pay attention to it. Again, looking up. In a lot of these games, people don't look up, right? Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2, people don't look up. Look up a lot more. You'll see some really cool stuff. You'll see some really cool effects and stuff. So, Adventurer's Insight. You get another scroll. So yeah, but it looks like a Mersat, right? Doesn't it? With the weird like shoulder things going on there and the arms coming out, and those are the legs down here, like floaty legs, you know. It's very Mersat-ish with the way that it looks. You know, I mean, it's a pointy head. You know, so you can kind of compare it to what they look like. Alright. So it says, climb the path into Abaddon's mouth, break the magical seals holding close the door of Kamali. So there's a lot of money around here, but I don't really care. That boss lived way too long. Okay, let's go. So Vizier Kilbron pops up again. He gives us that Chimera of Intensity, which is the skill that he uses to make us go. How would people feel? So let me ask, while we're kind of hanging out here, how would people feel about having a Revenant legend based on Vizier Kilbron and have it be like a magic based, like, you know, maybe using like, you know, a scepter, right? Because he uses the Scepter of War, like maybe get a scepter as a weapon, and having Vizier Kilbron as the legend, as like the lich, and have it be like almost necromantic in the way that he does stuff, but have it be like a support build, I want to say, like maybe even a healing or something. Have it be like necromantic but be healing in a way where you like use enemy magic or enemy energy to recharge like your friends or something. Like, that would be kind of fun, right? So we have Mercia the Smug and Sarlig the Judge, which are two other leaders of the Mersat. Okay, we come to kill these two. So these are two leaders as well. And then we move on to like further up. So we're moving up the gates, right? We're moving up. Oh, I didn't mean to be in Guild Wars 2, but so we're moving through these this Onyx Gate, right? Which is the first installation, which has a harbor. There's a harbor out there and stuff. And then it has these like giant like. Why does it scroll out when I'm in Guild Wars 1? Like, that's so weird. So let's open this, and then I'm actually gonna turn around because I want to show you guys something very important and something that I would like to talk about that I think is gonna be. So let me just double check here. There's one more seal. That's okay. We're gonna turn around and go this way because I do wanna. I don't know exact. Oh, hello. Someone's just flying right up to me. Because as you guys will see, there's this whole area on the side over here that you would necessarily in the story not see. You wouldn't go there. There's another gate on the other side that would lead to the same area that we just came from. So there's two gates that lead into inside of the wall. I think I'm going the right way. I think I need to go all the way back to the beginning. Is that right? I think I need to go back over here in this corner. Where those dead trees are, I think that's where I need to go. If not, no, I might have to go to the docks. I don't know. Let's check out the docks first, because they're on the way. So, la la la. But yeah, I would really like that. I don't know. I don't know how people would feel about it, but you know, maybe having one based on Vizier Kilbron and being like almost like a necromancer, but being a healing based like thing, like having a healing necromancer, you know, like draining the energies of the enemy and then like using that to heal your friends or something. Because even a necromancer like a heal necro, like a heal scourge in Guild Wars 2, it's not really a healer, right? You kind of apply barrier. Like you're almost like a more defensive mage. You're almost like an earth mage in a way, where you provide like sand, you know, which barrier was based off of sand, right? That's what it was supposed to be. But yeah, so you provide barrier based on like sand thing or whatever. All right, there's so much going on, but nothing. Okay, so so these are the docks. This is where this is where they're from. This is where they're coming from. These are the batteries. Look, this is their main. This is all these batteries. This is where the seals are coming from. Are based off of these things right here. That's their main port right here. Coming right from Kryda. Boop. This is right in the northern area of the Fire Island chain. You know, that's where they can bring their supplies and stuff. So. Kind of showing you guys that stuff there. Alright, they both die. How do I get out? How do I get away from here? I want to get out. Let me out. This way? Oh, I think this way. I think this will actually bring me. Oh my god, why does it keep doing this? I keep going accidentally over on the other side, and I don't mean to do that. Alright. Look at how dreary the sky looks, too. So I think what I want to do, and again, you guys can kind of tell me how you feel about that. I want to, because I said instead of doing like Guild Wars 2 content, let's do Guild Wars 1 content. So I've been thinking about maybe doing a playthrough of Guild Wars 1, but doing all the side missions. How would people feel about that? Doing all of the side missions. Going around doing every single side mission that we find. And even if we miss some of them, we can come back to them later. But like do as many as we find. Okay, I am not in the right place. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for someone, actually. I thought it was over here, but... I'm looking for the bonus. Does anyone know where the bonus is? Is that over there? Well, but that's the thing. I don't want to just do what again, and I appreciate you. You know, I know you're saying that out of the kindness of your heart, and I appreciate that very much. But that doesn't bring me viewers. That's not what people want to watch. So I want to stream stuff that people want to watch. You know, so it's just my views have plummeted. So I kind of need to maybe consider what other people want to see more than what I want to stream. So. Which is, it makes it more enjoyable for me as well, though. If I stream something that people actually want to watch, it makes it more fun for me as well. So I'm not just saying that to be like a big baby and just be like, well, no one wants to watch it. But it's like, well, no, people want to watch that, so it's more fun that way. Wait, am I going the right way? I am. Okay, I was just like really confused for a second. So. I mean, I just think that, like, because if I wanted to play Guild Wars 1 and I wanted to do all the side quests, I can just do that by myself, right? My thing is that you know, I can always do what I want, and if it's not something that people want to watch, I can do that offline, right? I play video games all the time by myself, you know. But when I stream, I feel like I like it's such a precious time to me to stream with you guys and to like. So I want to stream stuff that you guys actually want to watch, that people actually want to see. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the reason why like these comparison streams. You know, I'm right now I'm not going to continue them because people just don't want to see them. You know what I mean? People don't want to watch it, which, you know, whatever. I mean, it's sad, but that's just the reality of it. So, oh god, I gotta go through lava. Ah, is that person over here? Where is this person? I know there's somewhere around. Down there by that ship? I don't know. Because, like, I will tell you, like, the Freelancer, like, I streamed Freelancer yesterday for the first time, and it had three times the views that my comparison streams get right now. 3 times the views. And I didn't announce it, I didn't have anything special going on, and Freelancer is a game from literally 19 years ago. Okay, that person's not here either. Look at that little volcano over there. It's cute. I like it. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. It's just like, it makes me think. Like, oh, it looks like more people would appreciate Freelancer rather than me playing Guild Wars 2. You know, Guild Wars 2 just doesn't get the views. And it sucks because I love Guild Wars 2. And if I could stream Guild Wars 2 every day, and just only do that, I would. But the stuff that I stream in Guild Wars 2, just people don't want to see it. So maybe I need to go to this island right there. Alright, I'm gonna have to look this up because I want to do it, but I just don't. Bonus. Who goes to oh, okay. You know what? I should have looked this up before I did this. Yeah. So let's turn around. We're leaving. You saw nothing. I have done nothing. You saw nothing. Because I, again, messed up. I have to go. Do you remember the seals at the docks? I have to destroy the seals because she is. There's a person that I need to escort, and they're locked inside of one of the seals. Because remember, when you destroy the seals, the souls come out, and that's actually ghosts that they use. They actually, like when we talked to Grumby, like the ghost in Guild Wars 2, he talked about how they were gonna trap him inside of one of those contraptions. So they do that, right? And that's the process of them utilizing these ether seals. They're actually soul based. They actually take in the soul of a spirit or whatever of a person. Look at that. That's like oh, look at that skull there. That's cool. I was like, what is that over there? But yeah, but you know, and also like Guild Wars 1 gets more views as well. Like whenever I do Guild Wars 1 content, people watch that, and it would be cool because I like Guild Wars 1, and I think right now would be a good time to get into Guild Wars 1 because Guild Wars 2's a little bit on like a content hiatus where they're doing like season 1 stuff and so on and so forth. So there's no new stuff coming out. Like new stuff, you know. So once that new stuff actually comes out, then I can jump into it. So it'll be a good time for me right now because you know, we can do that series until the end of the year. We can do like a Guild Wars 2 series until the end of the year. Or Guild Wars 1, I'm sorry, Guild Wars 1 series until the end of the year, with doing all the side quests and stuff like that, until like in the new year they release new content, and then I can say, alright, you know what, we're gonna pause on Guild Wars 1, and we'll go back to it, and I'm gonna do some Guild Wars 2 stuff, or whatever. Or, you know, maybe the Alliance update is gonna come out at some point, like, whatever, you know. So I gotta destroy this Ether Seal for this person to pop up. So let me do just that. I guess I didn't think it was very suspicious that there was one ether seal by itself, really. Alright, Leah Stone. So she's a spirit, and she says, "Thank you for freeing me. I was killed on one of the bloodstones by the white mantle." Oh god. Come back. Alright, so we're gonna follow her. Blah blah blah. Okay. We gotta escort her. She said, so my spirit has been trapped for some time. But alas, all this dark magic is draining my soul's energy, and I do not wish my final resting place to be here. Which is like right in the, like, you know, downtown Mersat City over here, you know. She doesn't want that. So she says, there's a small island to the west that reminds me of the fields of Loamhurst. Because she's from Loamhurst, remember, that's where we... Leah, what are you doing? Okay. There's a small island to the west that reminds me of the fields of Loamhurst. If you take me there, I can at last be at peace and away from the pull of this vile place. So remember, Loamhurst is, and I'll show you guys in a minute once we're done with this, I'll show you where Loamhurst is, but that's where we collected some of the chosen that they ended up sacrificing on the Bloodstone. We know this in Guild Wars 2, right? Because the, you know, in Bloodstone Fen we get the whole like, oh, you know, you killed us, what's his name, Hablion, you killed us, Hablion, blah blah blah, you tricked us, all this stuff, right? And yeah, so she is one of those people, not necessarily one that we led because she doesn't recognize us, so it was probably before. But her spirit is here now, and you know, they used, again, they kind of, is this Bloodstone? Do they use Bloodstone in their construction? I don't know. I don't know if that's Bloodstone necessarily. But yeah, so I mean, that would be interesting, right? Do they use Bloodstone? Because it looks like Bloodstone. Would be an interesting theory, because they used, like, they sacrificed her on top of the Bloodstone, and then she's trapped on the Fire Island chain inside of a soul battery. Suspicious. Alright. But I do have to protect her. But yeah, what I was gonna say earlier, so when we approach the fortress, right, you see all the glimmering red and stuff. Like, again, we don't know the Eyes of Janthier, like what happened there and stuff. But wouldn't it be really cool if you go there and all of a sudden you see all of these Mersat structures that are like made out of that, and there's like houses and stuff, and like prisons, and like this like magic, like laboratories and all this stuff, like whatever they were doing, right? Whatever their culture was like, or whatever, just build out of this. Oh my god, she's just running through. Build out of this like weird red crystalline thing. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know. That's kind of a really cool thought, I think, to think about. Like, ooh, is that what awaits us over there? Who knows? I do not want to fight those Striders, so if I can avoid that, that would be great. So as you guys can see, we're going to this tree right over here, okay? And I'm gonna have to defeat these guys over there. There's two bosses. Well, there's an Eidolon. Remember, Eidolons are these creatures that the Seers use to infuse your armor. Well, there's one here as well, guys. This is the same one that we saw from inside of the, like, in the mountain or whatever, inside there. Are those, is that the same? There's a spectral essence and stuff. Is it the same seer? Well, we don't know. So again, I'd like to think that they're different seers, because that's very far away. Like, why would there be a seer here and then up here? Like, that's a little... There's a big old worm. He's really strong. So I'd like to think that somewhere in, like, in the Shiver Peak, in the southern Shiver Peak Mountains, there's still somewhere a seer that's hiding out. Alright, so we got the, my soul is free, thank you, I can finally be at peace. And she says that twice, and then she just literally walks up to the place and disappears. She's gone. Like, she's literally not here anymore. But yeah, so we get some green. There's some greenery right over here. Why is this significant? Why is that interesting? I find that very interesting, and I find that very, like, you know, like, there's nothing, there's that little volcano out there, right? Well, I mean, little volcano. On the map, it's huge. But, yeah, so I will tell you guys, that volcano that we're looking at right now, that is the volcano that Draconis Mons is built around. This volcano right here, we're looking pretty much at the top. When you do that mission where you have to go jump down the so to say the throat of the volcano, right? The Titan's throat. You go in there in that mission, after you get the protection of the spirits and Draconis Mons and stuff. Well, you end up in the caldera, which is this caldera right there. It's that area, because remember, this is east, south, well, like southeast, right? Boop boop. So when we do that same connection as boop boop, right? It goes right over here. I can't draw a line, sadly, on the world map, but yeah, so it goes over here. So it's literally right here where that volcano is that I'm looking at right now. That is where Draconis Mons is. So underneath there's this whole area, right? This whole, like, beautiful Draconis Mons, like, cave that's probably been there since forever, because there's, like, druids in there, and there's, like, you know, are there Asura, like, out there, what, you know, while we're staying out here? We don't know. But the only green that we see is here, which is actually right over here. The island actually comes out, you know, because you gotta imagine, this is where the island is. This is where the gates are, you know, right over here. Like, we come down this way, right? And then the 3 gates that we go through are down here. And then, you know, the island being here. And then, like, her island is, like, on the side here, which is actually right above where this area is. And we can kind of look at it. You can't see anything. I mean, obviously it doesn't, like, poke out. You know, but I'd like to think that it's, you know, because it would be, like, above here, right? It would be, like, somewhere up there. Obviously that's not the same, but this is the only green that we see in the area, right? Is from Draconis Mons. You know, inside of the volcano, there's stuff blooming. And I'd like to think that this is, you know, retroactively, we can say that maybe this is where the greenery is coming from. Not necessarily that it's by the ocean and probably the farthest point from the volcano, because there's a volcano right there. You know what I mean? There's literally a volcano right over there. So it's not like it's that far away to the point where it's like, oh, can't, like, there's shit coming out of volcanoes right there. But I'd like to think that the magic of the druids, which kind of, like, sustains this, because this is, remember, the garden of Melandru, one of the hidden gardens or secret gardens or whatever the druids call it, right? That you meet, because you meet the druids in there, specifically the 4 main ones that you have to do for the you have to find for the achievement or whatever, and they call this the Garden of Melandru, and you know, all this, specifically the middle area, is all, like, green and stuff. And yeah, I'd like to think that in Guilders 1 this pokes out. It comes, you know, the map would be right around here, and it would go under parts of this, but it pokes out. The magic of the druid comes out this far that there's actually a tree that grows, and it grows out of there. So that's really cool, right? I think that's really, really cool to think that maybe that's the whole idea of where that comes from. You know, and maybe that's where they took the inspiration for it as well. Maybe that's what the map designers were maybe thinking. Who knows, right? But I'd like to think that. I'd like to make my own headcanon on there. I don't know what we're doing down here. Oh, we're going down here. We're going over here. Let me look at this mission thing. Alright. So again, they have those faces everywhere. As you guys can see, there's like these pillars that come. I wish Guild Wars 2 had done this a little bit more, right? There's literally pillars of these faces coming out of the water, out of the ground. Like, I wish that was a little bit more prominent. But again, remember, that island is non-existent in Guild Wars 1, right? And it's kind of over here. It might be like this island that kind of drifted off to the side because, like, you know, tectonic plates and stuff, they like kind of move and so on, and we don't know how that is any different in Guild Wars, in the Guild Wars universe and on Tyria and stuff. So that could potentially be what happened, you know. So but yeah, so you know, but yeah, you know, and that's maybe because so they're so far away from this that maybe there's only a few faces. And if you think about it, the faces that we see on the Fire Island chain in Guild Wars 2, they're always higher up, right? A lot of them anyways. They're always on the peaks of the volcanoes and stuff. So that is what was out of the water maybe in Guild Wars 1, but then the islands grew and grew and grew, and then there was like no one to build these, because someone must have built them, or some kind of magic might have twisted the area to look like that. But maybe, you know, during that time there was no one there. You know, and to make that happen as that island grew. So Ancient Seer. I just kind of want to show you guys. So this is, again, these seers are everywhere. So you can find one during the last mission as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure during the last mission, Ring of Fire, when we did that, I think there's also a seer that you can find. So you can find a seer there, and you can find a seer here. And they're like everywhere, but they're like hidden everywhere, right? Does that make sense? Like, there's, you know, one that you can find around the lake up here, which you find it during the mission on the northern side, or you can find it when you go through the cave, right? We saw the Lyssa's temple and stuff. You can find it on the other side of the lake, right? And then you find one on the Fire Island chain that might move, like, because I think it's up here where she is, or maybe up here. I think it might be up here. This is where she's hanging out, and then she moves over there. Like, is that the same one? Hey, thank you, chicken. I appreciate it. For 3 months. Thank you so much. Thanks. Awesome. That makes me happy. You have no more armor to infuse. Yeah, I know. Whatever. Hello. But yeah, so, you know, you don't know. You don't know if that is like the same seer, or is that another seer. So, yeah, I you know, it's crazy to think that oh, you know what? Should work. Oh. Can I do that? Is my... No? Wait, why does that not work? Sometimes my bot doesn't work, which is like really sad, but that's okay. I haven't logged into my bot in forever. It's turned off. Yeah. Why? I don't know. It turns itself off. I don't know why it does that. Alright, let's try that again. My bot was turned off for whatever reason. I never turn it off, but it does it itself. There you go. Yay! It has a little plus sign. Whatever. I don't know why that's there. Alright, cool. Well, welcome, chicken. Ha! I love it. That's really funny. How have your streams been? I'm sorry I haven't been, like, able to go in there. I've just... like, work has been kicking my ass. I'll tell you that. Work has been kicking my ass, and I've been getting home at like midnight, and then like, I'm dead. I just want to die, because I'm like, at work, I'm like sweating, I'm like making drinks, and then like, so much shit's going on. I'm like, oh my god. That's good. Well, you know what? There it is. It's fine. You can always do that. I don't care. I want you to promote yourself. Alright, so, yeah, so we see another seer, right? So we see another seer. Is that a different seer? We don't know. I think we might see one. Do we see one in the House Precipice mission? I don't think we do, but... So we take another tour. This is another gate. There's 3 gates, actually. I didn't know that. There's 3 gates. There's another one on the left over here. Well, yeah, it is super good, but it just doesn't leave time for me to check up on other people's streams and other people, you know, things that other people are doing. which kind of sucks. You know, it's like a catch-22 thing, because it's like, yeah, I'm making good money, and that's a great thing. Kind of getting cold in here now, but yeah. So, and there, oh, maybe there's only 2 gates. I guess you can't come through that gate. I don't know. Whatever. Did I walk right by it? Who knows? Who cares? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, it's been going good, you know, work-wise. Just very busy. I'm going in tomorrow on my day off because they need some training on the computers. Specifically, the managers need training on the computers. So I'm training them on the computers. So yay me. I'm only going in for a few hours though, luckily. And I'm slowly, hopefully, gonna be working on some videos because I want to get some videos done. All right, let's go back to Caliph Steps. We'll look at the pretty, well, we'll look at the pretty buildings again. That's all we pretty much can do in Guild Wars 2. We're gonna throw up. Alright, we'll look at that. We'll look at the structure again. Can I really not stand on the side there? It's really dumb. Alright. Time to go up. Again. Time to go up. How's the rating been going? Has it been going good? Alright, we'll look at the pretty structures again. That's the little outpost we have there. Alright, now it's time to defeat the leader of the Mersat in order to gain access to the very last area. The gate opens, and we come across this like arena looking type thing. And there's this like, this is what I was talking about. It's like a soul bridge. So they literally use people's souls to make bridges. Like, talk about walking all over people. Like, they're literally walking all over people. Alright, I didn't get anything great. Protection prayers +3. Yeah. Oh, we got some batteries. We're gonna get some Jade enemies. So there he is. There's the big leader of the Mersat. That's Optimus Caliph. Okay, are these gonna come to life? I think they will once I engage him. I think. So this is the leader of the Mersat. Again, we don't get this. We don't. There's no text that says that. There's no text that says that. There's no indication that he is the leader, but based off of his name, again, it's very different than any other Mersat boss, because again, we have Willa the Unpleasant, which follows the trend of what all of the Mersat bosses were named. This one is different. So he is the leader of the Mersat, and we're here to crush him. He's not very strong. I'm not very scared of him either, so... And like even having a healing like a healing boss right next to him, it doesn't do anything. It can't defeat me. Oh well, that's good. I'm glad. I like sometimes at work I like look at your stream sometimes and I'll be like, oh okay, he's doing good, and then like turn off because I can't sit there and watch it, whatever. All right, so here we are. We have Vizier Kilbron, who is like, hey, at last the door of Kamali, so we have to break the seals on the door of Kamali. So that's the door of Kamali right there, okay? That's it right there. We're in the caldera of, this is Abaddon's Mouth. This is the large volcano that I've been talking about, okay? And this is the Bloodstone, right? This is the Bloodstone that's in the caldera. It's, as far as we know, in Guild Wars 2, it's still sitting in this caldera, okay? There's a bloodstone right inside of there. And this is it right there. And that's the door of Kamali, which leads to the realm of torment. There's a door to the Realm of Torment right there. So we come in here and we have to destroy these seals. Again, they will, I think they rob us of our, do they rob us of our, your cast cost, oh, spells you cast cost. I didn't read the whole sentence. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Every time you break a seal, these guards will come out. Again, these souls kind of come out of it, but that's okay. So we broke another seal. Oh, we're breaking them really quickly here. They're breaking the other side already. 3 seals left. Yeah, we're right in the middle of the caldera, and that's so as we destroy them, you'll actually see it opens slowly. These batteries, these ether seals that are like keeping this closed, they're actually, this stuff is dropping down. So we'll kind of, let's pay attention to that. We'll kind of look to see when we destroy, like in, yeah, so it drops down and it opens up. There it is, right there is the gate. This is the gateway to the Realm of Torment. And then what comes out are the Titans. Again, they're coming from the Realm of Torment. They're followers of Abaddon. So this is when he reveals himself to be the bad guy. And he's like, oh, hey, I tricked you guys. I'm actually like an undead lich, and I'm here on orders of Abaddon, and I fought the Mursat because they sealed the Realm of Torment, and
To the scepter of Or, I command you. It worked. Just as the prophecy said, it worked.
yeah, so then there's a Titan, and we have to defeat him, and we kind of get introduced to these, like, so we kill him. Oh, okay, well, we kill him, I guess that's how that works. Because actually when you fight the other Titans, there's actually something that happens. So, I think he kind of, does he talk to us now?
To Lion's Arch. To Thunderhead Keep. And you will go to Rin. Destroy them.
So he sends out his Titans to destroy all the major cities, right? Rin being the capital, Lion's Arch being the capital, Thunderhead Keep being the capital. Like, those are all the capitals of the nations, you know? So, I mean, Henge of Dunravi is pretty much the capital, but, you know, that's not really, like, it's not like the Shining Blade is their own country or whatever. But, yeah, so here we are. This is the last outpost. So we're right in the middle of the caldera. That's the door of Kamali. That's where the, you know, the entrance is or whatever. And yeah, so that we're right in the volcano here, which is like probably in real life that would be like unimaginably hot. But we'll be back here. We're actually gonna make a loop because we're gonna go back out and then come back in, right? So that's kind of what we're gonna do here. I don't know if there's anything else that's important to talk about here, but yeah, so we kind of, I mean, you know, we have the like volcano here, which, the Chalice of Tears, right? We also have the fractured caldera where the worm is in and stuff. None of that is really, I don't think any of those are supposed to, you know, I think the Caliph Steps, again, this is, the name is because of Optimus Caliph, but, you know, there's just, I don't know, it seems like they're trying to say that this is the same installation that we just faced through, but it's not, right? It looks very different. It's nothing alike. Not even the structures look the same. So based off of, I say that based off of the dialogue that Grumpy gives us, right, from the Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 comparison there. But yeah, anyways, so let's go into the mission, and I'll show you guys the last mission of prophecies, and that's it. So what I was gonna say about the Titans actually is that the Titans, when you defeat them, they actually break apart and summon more enemies. So they actually summon, like, so if we kill this Titan, I think they summon the Risen Ash and Hulks. Is that right? So they, as you guys can see, they cool down and they break apart. Yeah, and then this guy comes out, right? So this guy comes out, and the Fist of the Titans comes out after that. The Fist and Hand of the Titans comes out after that. And there are these so the Titans are not as easy as like, oh, just kill him. No, because once you kill them, you have to kill them again and again and again, kind of thing. So we can't go through there. I don't know why I thought I could go through there. So yeah, so we as you guys can see, we start here. This is where the thing was. So we go here, we go all the way down, and we loop back around into the caldera. It's really strange because we kind of go to stop the Titans from spreading. You kind of will see right here, actually, on, is it here? Oh, not yet. So there's the Undead Lich. I've tried to like kill him. I guess you can't. You can attack him. You can definitely do some damage to him, but I don't think you can kill him. I don't think there's enough time for you to actually kill him. If you get to like really quickly, you can do some damage to him though, which is really funny to think about. Alright, so this guy's gonna break apart, and then he's gonna summon more, and then that's gonna summon more. So do you guys see where the issue comes from? These are like endgame enemies, because the more you defeat them, the more enemies they summon. And that's not good. You don't want that. We're gonna summon Ridlock here. Which is gonna be really, really funny, actually, that we summon Ridlock here for a specific reason, and I'll show you guys why in a minute. Let's actually look at this. I don't want to have the view there. We got Spark of the Titans as well. Ew. We got some lava flowing around. Nothing super interesting, I don't think. I'm just trying to get through this as fast as I can, really. So these are burning Titans. They do like burning damage and stuff. There's a ton of that, of course, here, but we defeated both of them, which means Risen. God, so many enemies. Look at that, so many enemies. Ah! But we're good. Can I please? God, I'm just trying to get that armor. Holy crap. Let's see, some good? Oh, come on. Some good. Is he done yet? Okay, he's dead. Taking some of that environment. Looks very Firehard Rise, doesn't it? Like in Firehard Rise, I feel like you would see something like this. There's a boss right there. Skellis Prosum. If that's how you pronounce that, I have no idea. No! Oh my god, the fire damage. Holy crap. Everyone's dead. Are we literally lost? Oh wow, we lost this. We lost, guys. Oh, because of these guys. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wow, they came from nowhere. I think I'm gonna kick out these two. And maybe get an actual, hold on a minute. Ogden, what do you have? Do you have... Hex? So he has this as a condition removal. Let's see what Donkoro has. Oh, he's a smiter. Nope. Kamu, what do you have? I'm just trying to find something that's a lot better. I'm gonna try to take a physical attacker with me. See, and then we'll take Octon with us. Let's try that. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. This is like super random of me, like throwing stuff together. Let's see. I mean, most of the team is still the same, and we can still summon Redlock. Like, having an assassin, I don't know if that's even good or anything. But that's okay. So he teleports over there. It's nice to have, like, a physical guy, I want to say. We can kind of monitor if he does. I mean, he seems to be doing pretty good. I feel like maybe I should get like a DPS meter. I think there are some for Guild Wars 1. Just to see how each one performs, you know what I mean? Attack! Ah, he teleported away. Damn it. Alright. Wow, look at all these enemies. Holy crap. See, my team is really good, but then I got like surprised by those freaking sparks of the Titan from the other side. They came from, I guess, some kind of patrol. Came from the other side and just surprised me, so. Alright. We're doing good. Alright, I don't need this floating around anymore. He's doing okay. Go, go, go. Attack! What weapons is Anton using? Oh, he's using his own weapons. Which I probably could get much better weapons for him, but that's okay. So those guys ventured over through here and attacked me when I was attacking the boss. So I'm gonna make sure to go kill them right now before I go over there, and then that way I shouldn't die again, because that's kind of shitty. I don't want to do that. No thanks. Because I'm just trying to get through this, you know what I mean? It's just like, because this isn't really like comparing anything, it's just kind of showing you guys what we don't have in Guild Wars, or Guild Wars 2, I mean. Oh god, that's so loud. Alright, so let's go over here. So these guys will start walking down, but we're gonna go around this way, and we're gonna kill these guys right there. Because that is what killed us. See how much damage they do? Ooh. They use the, don't they use, what do they use? There's Inferno. Look at that. Look at these fuckers. They really try to like get you with that. Holy crap. There's an Ancient Seer, so you can find, I mean, 3 locations. Up here, up, down here, and then way down here. Ancient Seers. Everywhere. Is there an Eidolon around? There probably is. Okay, what's happening here? Like, I don't... Please don't die. Enough with the dying, please. Please heal. Ogden, please heal. What are you doing? You have full energy. Please heal. Oh my god, that was crazy. Holy shit. Molten Claw. Those sparks are just really, really bad. Because they will use an elite skill that like makes you burn and then does extra damage if you're already burning. So if you're using like, if they're using 3 of them, is there 3 of them using that same ability, it'll like demolish your entire team. God, there's so many. They're still like getting Alright, are we done yet? Kill him. Oh my god, how's there still a freaking Titan? Jesus. Oh my god. The Murasat are being quickly swept away, as will those who stand before my legions. What did he say earlier? Oh, it doesn't say. Soon you will all be crushed, he says. Oh, that Chaos Storm did really well. Wow, that was like really well placed. Go, go, go. So there's a Titan boss right there. Trying to get one group at a time here, because as you guys see, you get a couple of grooves and they crush you. And this is normal mode, this isn't even hard mode. Go, go, go. Kill him. It's just one boss. He's not that tough. Well, now we got a whole group here. But that's okay. So the boss dies. Did he still spawn? So the bosses... I guess the bosses don't spawn more enemies when you kill them. Because what would they spawn? More enemies? Or more more bosses? More enemies, obviously, but more... So the seer is somewhere... Where did the seer go? Wasn't it somewhere over here? That came around there. Am I crazy? Wasn't it somewhere over here? Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we know that there's seers around, so... Ra-ta-da! And we move along here. I think this will give us the burning effect. Yeah, the burning and cripple. If we go on there, we gotta be careful with that. It's very deceiving because you can't really tell where it is, but it's there. You gotta be careful. There's that Lich says, yeah, so he says the same thing. And he's over there. That's gonna be the main staging area of the Titan's assault, because you'll actually have portals that actually show you the different locations of the world that they're going to. And you're supposed to defeat them or something, or close them. There's like these phantoms or something. They keep those portals open. He has these undead phantoms that will keep those portals open, and you have to destroy them. So he's kind of, they're coming, as you guys can see, they're coming out of this flow, this lava flow that's coming like way down here. He's actually summoning it out of that. Portal Wrath. So yeah, Wraith, not Wrath, Wraith. I don't know why I said Wrath. It's a Portal Wraith. Alright, we gain a skill point. Someone over there gained a skill point as well. So you have this boss that walks around as well. I'm gonna kind of try to do the portal. So that's Ascalon right there. You can kind of see the destroyed building, the crystals and stuff, the wall behind it. That's not Rin. That's, I think, literally the city of Ascalon, but Yeah, so, and then, boop, what does happens? Boop, the portal disappears. So that's kind of what we have to do here. That's kind of our goal here. This is Lion's, yeah, that's Lion's Arch right there. So, that's the big keep in the back. I showed you guys that. That's the gate, that you use to enter in the mission. Remember that mission where we had to go into the, oh, no, this is right in downtown, like, downtown Lion's Arch. Right in front of the keep, actually, is where that is. There's that big plaza in front of it. And then that's the Henge of Denravi. They actually, he doesn't actually, in the, like, quote-unquote cinematic, he doesn't actually talk about Denravi, but actually, he sent them to Denravi as well. So I guess, whoa, okay, why am I getting constantly, what is this? Oh, Panic? Oh, Panic is so bad. Oh my god, Panic is a really bad spell, guys. I'm gonna use 2 of these. Kind of give myself some more energy and, yeah, okay. Wow, Panic is really bad. That's one of those abilities that you don't want to face. Yeah, because he said, what did he say? Rin, Lion's Arch, and Thunderhead Keep was the 3 that he mentioned, but the 3 we actually see here are, like, 2 of them are the same, but then one of them, oh wow, I just got bashed. One is the Henge of Denravi. That's the little fountain in the middle. We see a lot more of that now in Sylvari lands and stuff. Heal me, please. Whoa, the portals are back? Wait, what just happened? Why are the portals coming back whenever I turn around? That's weird. Do I have to do them a set amount of time? There's no way. I don't think that's right. Yeah, so there's a little inconsistency on what he says.
This meddling is nothing more than a minor annoyance. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Alright. So we follow him. We're like, let's go!
Thanks to you, I command an army powerful enough to conquer all of Tyria. And now I intend to use it. But before I go, I have someone here you might like to talk to. Perhaps this will slow you down long enough to let me finish my work.
Rurik?
I'll leave you to get reacquainted. I'm sure you have much to talk about.
So Prince Rurik, remember, we did the mission. Prince Rurik died in the Shiver Peak Mountains. And the Lich is now back in the Caldera on the Bloodstone. And he's summoning more Titans. Because he's just like, oh, you know what? This is just a minor annoyance. You can't stop me. So he ends up just summoning more Titans. He's like, yeah, you destroyed the portals that I just had, but I still have the Scepter of War. And I still have the Door of Kamali still open. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to summon more of them, right? They're made out of, like, fucking fire and rock.
Flame Seeker. All of Tyria shall bow to me or be destroyed.
So he's talking about the Flameseeker prophecies, which was prophesied by Glint, and actually talks about the whole story of how we do
Forgive
Guild
me.
Wars.
It is not my will to fight you, but I
Guild
have
Wars
little
prophecies
choice in the
anyways.
matter.
All right, so Rurik comes, because he's an undead lich. Like he commands the the undead. Oh wow. I was gonna make a weird joke, but so as you guys can see, we were here. That's where the portals were. Then we moved up here. Then there was the cinematic started here, and then we moved across this area right over here that, like, you can't even really see. You only see a little bit, but yeah, there's this whole area right here that we don't actually do anything. They might have had something there in the past, but you come through that pass and you kind of just walk up all the way up here. You skip through all of that area there to just come up here and fight Rurik. So Rurik is up here, but yeah, so he gets resurrected, and this is where the Char find the Flame Legion find the sword. So Hathen, you can actually read up on that. There was a whole like short story about what's her face? What's Ridlock's Krisha. You can bring Krisha and Ridlock's story about how they were like in the Flame Legion and stuff, like undercover or whatever. Like, and you hear about how they apparently, I think from what I remember, they find the sword here because this is where Rurik dies. Finally, or re-dies, I guess, dies again or whatever. This is where it's left. So, you know, I've summoned Ridlock to help me fight Rurik with the sword that he gets from Rurik. So, what an irony, huh? Oh my God, he killed Livia. Holy crap! Go Ridlock! Sohathan against Sohathan. Yeah! Woo! Oh my God, stop beating! Ridlock is like, you have my sword, fucker!
The door of Komali must be closed. Kill the Lich while he stands atop the Bloodstone inside the Caldera. If you do this, his spirit will recharge the soul batteries.
This is
and the
great.
door will close again.
Oh my God, Ridlock beating on Rurik with Sohathan is the funniest thing
Do
ever.
one last duty for your prince.
Anything, my prince.
End my misery. Release me from the Lich's spell.
If
Oh, we're
that is
trying.
what you
We're
wish.
beating on you. And so there's like, not sure why, but this
Travel well,
bridge
Prince
actually.
Rarak, until we meet you again in the Hall of Heroes.
This bridge forms and we can actually go across. And this is where, remember, this is the last mission. This is where the last mission, this is where we defeated Optimus Caliph. Right here is where that was. There was the arena, there was that bridge. Remember that soul bridge that we walked over? Yeah, that's right over there. And I think it's deactivated now. So we can't even go back the other side. But there's these batteries, right? And yeah, and that's where the mission. This is where we fought. This is where Optimus Caliph was and stuff. So we went in this big circle all the way around just to go back to the Caldera in order to defeat the Lich in the Caldera. So that's kind of what they make you do here. And we have these souls still coming out of the door of Komali over here. And these Titans are kind of showing us the way. Not sure why they would show us the way because we already know where to go, but yeah, so we're back again. We gotta reseal the door, you know, which is kind of crazy to think about because we just opened it, so now we're closing again because we realized, oops, we should have never opened it. Away with you! All right, well, he comes for us. The Undead Lich comes over here. Oh, Vizier! Killebron, come over here! We gotta kill you on the Bloodstone. Come on. Oh my God, he's so angry. Look at him. Alright, come on, one more. There you go. Go! Attack! Let's see, is he using? Yeah, he's using his abilities really well. And he kind of teleports around, as you guys can see. But I think because we're doing so much damage to him and we're doing really well, he just doesn't even teleport anywhere. And there he's dead. Oh, wait, maybe not. Wait, why did he come back? Whoa. Are we not supposed to defeat him on it? Or what's happening? So as you guys can look at this. The door of Kamali is closing. The shield is coming back up. Isn't that our mission objective? Yeah, destroy the ledge. So as you guys can see, the batteries are slowly building back up. And the shield is slowly coming back up. See? It's building slowly back up here. Oh, and the Lich again went up. And there it is. We did it. So let's watch the end to prophecies, guys. Let's do that.
To the season of the Scion, Tyria is revived again. Over the bones of the bird of prey, the fire is put out and the diabolic gathering is closed off once again. The Flameseeker prophecies are now complete.
The Flameseeker prophecies are now done.
And the Titans are once again safely locked away behind it. You have saved Tyria, but now you must also save yourselves. The volcano is about to erupt.
So the volcano erupts at the end of Guild Wars 1.
There is a ship in the dock, just inside the Mersat stronghold. Unless you wish to suffer the same fate as Vizier Kilbron, then I suggest you make a run for it. Your deeds have earned you a place among the heroes of legend. Let us hope today is not the day your spirit joins those ensconced in the hall.
So the scepter disappears, and I want to talk about the scepter a little bit as well in a second. Just kind of finish that off. But yeah, so we run towards the docks. There's a ship waiting for us there. Yeah. So as you guys can see, like those skulls are like everywhere in Guild Wars 1. I remember the first time I played this mission, I thought I had to actually like physically run down the volcano and get to the ship. And I have this like weird like Mandela effect memory of me actually having to do that. Like there was a time limit and everything, but I think it's like a Mandela effect thing. All right, thanks, Chicken. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you. I'm gonna be almost done anyways, so I'll be heading out in a minute. So we kind of sail away with the ship. But yeah, thank you so much, Chicken. Have a good night. And yeah, and we're going to Drachna's Forge again. And this is the like epilogue, right? And I told you guys about that, how we kind of see all this stuff. There's all the Shining Blade people here, and Duke Barradin is here, and King Adalburn is here, right? And he's like, you know, he still talks about the filthy char and blah 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 blah. And this is inside, like, remember the cave that I talked about? Yeah, this is the cave that you can't really go into. So and then King Jalis is just like, oh yeah, good job, and thank you, and he gives us a Deldrimor talisman right there. So, and you can like pick out a cool weapon if you want that. You can get some daggers, or you can get scythe, or you know, whatever Deldrimor weapons that you can make. So, and you get all this like, you know, you get all this like side dialogue, because they all break up, and then they start talking to you know, each other, and there's all this like dialogue that comes out, which is like really not important for this, but you know, there's a bunch of people that you can kind of Farrah Capo, Lil Tom, you know, listen Capo, blah blah blah, you know, McLean is here. We got all our sidekicks pretty much here. We got a Giganticus Lipicus skeleton actually in this cave. So that's crazy to think they were even in the mountains. I don't know how much we see in the mountains of them. And then you kind of leave the cave, and that's where you get into Drachna's Forge. So, kind of wanted to show you guys that. But, yeah. So, oh, and we have all these magma shield. We have all these, like, cool shields and stuff. Oh, you know, it's kind of cool. So, remember, in Guild Wars 2, you can get the Raven Staff. Which is like the predecessor to the legendary Nevermore or whatever. It's based off of the Raven staff in Guild Wars 1, which is really, really cool. It's a really cool staff. But yeah, there you go. There's that. I'll show you that, guys. Show that off. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the Fire Island chain. That's pretty much what happens there. And then you kind of get the quest after the fact. You can then go to Drachna's Forge, and we now have the different missions. You have to go around the world and kind of defeat the Titans that did escape, the ones that he originally sent out, like the one that went to Rin, and the one blah, 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 blah. And there's like these really tough quests that you have to do. Like there's one outside of the Granite Citadel where there's like Titans and stuff that are supposed to go to the Thunderhead Keep, and then there's one up here in Dragon's Gullet that we're supposed to go to Rin. And like all these things, right? And you can do that as like an end game. That was like the original end game, was doing those missions before we got like Sorrow's Furnace and like the dungeon, and then like the other games that came after that and had like actual like special missions and stuff like that. So but yeah, and then we have the as you guys saw, the Scepter of Ore kind of disappeared, and we don't know what happened to it, right? And then in Eye of the North, at the very end, it's Livia. There's actually a scene where Livia finds the scepter in some kind of swamp or something. So the scepter seems to have kind of like a mind of its own, because it teleports away out of there, and we don't know what happens to it. And then at the end of Eye of the North, Livia finds it, and she's the one that we know for a fact keeps it for a while, because she tells us herself in Guild Wars 2, because she's still alive, right? But we don't know what it is, and I think it's one of those like really, really, really important things that I think ArenaNet should talk about, right? I mean, it's like that's a really important artifact, and I think if you're trying to make like, maybe like, because I like news story, but I also like tying up loose ends, specifically ones that are interesting in the lore. So that would be something interesting to see. But yeah, so the volcano really, I mean, right now we're in frozen in time. We're right before we do this mission is when we're here, right? Because the door is open and stuff like that. But like the volcano erupts. Does that mean that the bloodstone that's in here, which is a fairly small piece of the bloodstone, but does it get shot across like somewhere? Does it go, because of the eruption, does it go somewhere else? Could it be somewhere else on Tyria now? Or is it still in the caldera? We don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the Fire Island chain. Again, like I said, this isn't going to be a super long stream, because there's just not that much to talk about. I mean, I kind of showed you guys some stuff, to see, but again, there's not that much to really just say like, oh, this is it, right? These are the structures, and you have the lore tablets that you can read, and you have the symbol right there, which is, again, it's like a pyramid symbol right there. I don't know what it says on there. You can probably decipher that as well. I don't know. Do the lore tablets say anything interesting? If you actually... Oh, God. I have 300,000 things open here. Let's see what they say. Maybe they talk about some stuff that happened or something. Over 10,000 years ago, elder races put aside their differences and forged an alliance against the... Oh, hold on, let me just move it over so we can actually read it this way. Forged an alliance against the awakening elder dragons. If we'd worked together as planned, we wouldn't have had to hide. The elder races could not agree on what to do. The Jotun hid from the dragons, and the dwarves withdrew into their fortresses. The seers stored magic for use after the dragons returned to sleep. Weimer sought and the Forgotten forged armies and powerful constructs to destroy the dragons. The seers, dwarves, and Jotun did not want to fight. This drove a rift between us and them. We assaulted Zaitan with our army of jade constructs and enchanted armors. Because remember, the Forgotten made the enchanted armors pretty much the the bigger versions of the Exalted, right? Those they made those, and so they had their own constructs, and then the Mursad had their own constructs, and they made an army out of that, and they sent that to fight against Zaitan. We failed, and many Mursad and Forgotten died. We will never forgive the other elder races for deserting us. After a failed assault on Zaitan, our Forgotten allies withdrew to what is now the Crystal Desert. We knew that upon the other race's annihilation, the world would be ours. We slid sideways into another layer of awareness to avoid having our magic stolen from us. Centuries passed. The Elder Dragon consumed all of Tyr's magic. Once prosperous cities lay in ruin. Civilization fell into an age of darkness and brutality in the absence of magic. Age of darkness and brutality in the absence of magic. As the dragons returned to their cyclic slumber, the elder races re-emerged. The once powerful Jotun refused to rely on magic ever again. They have since remained ignorant, brutish creatures. The seers set about sharing their stored magic with the world, though society had devolved into divided, violent tribes. Wars broke out over control of the magic pool. So that's when the whole idea happened with King Doric going to the gods, pleading them to make the people fighting stop, and that's when the gods sealed the magic inside of the Bloodstones. Actually, the Forgotten allied with Glint and ignored the now to focus on the future. We Mursad, we returned and built a base among the Fire Islands as strong as ever. The world would one day be ours. So, kind of giving you a little bit background. Yeah, so that's kind of the lore tablets there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much the Fire Island chain. Will we see, another? Would we like to see another map? Would people like another Ember Bay map? Pretty much. Maybe one that doesn't require us to use the thermal tubes or something. Maybe that's because this side of the island I actually like, because you can walk around it and you have to hop across the lava thing back and forth a little bit, and you got these pools here that you have to navigate around and defeat enemies and stuff. And then you have the more plain, watery areas here that you can walk around at and stuff. I like this side of the island a lot more, because, again, here you can fight enemies and there's, a big boss in the middle. This is a lot different over on this side here, and here, because it's very, a lot of water is involved here and stuff, and then there. And then here it's just, really dangerous. So I would like maybe another map. I mean, they could do another map here. And have this become I don't know, half and half, half water, half not water, or maybe do a elongated one where it's from the top up here to here, and then have the caldera right in the middle or something like that, and then have all these islands and stuff around. I don't know, but I'd love another fire map. I talked about this a little bit ago, where I would like to see ArenaNet maybe for season 6, maybe jump around a little bit. I mean, I know we're gonna be in Cantha, so we're gonna be, if we're jumping around, I've made my video on what I think season 6 is gonna be, and I've talked about Drowned Kaineng and over here and another map here and Kirin Peak and one down here. That's kind of where I think the maps will be for season 6. Will be these 5 areas at least, I think, and then probably one up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think that's going to be the maps. And that's going to finish up everything in Cantha. And then I would hope to come back here maybe and then do another season 3. Where in season 3, we went here. And then we went up here. And then we came down here. And then we went... where did we go? See, I don't even remember where we went after that. We didn't go there, did we? After that? Or was this 3? Yeah, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is 6? Where's number 6? Oh, over here. That was somewhere in there too. But anyways, it was those 6 maps. But we kind of jumped around, right? We got some Shiver Peak stuff. We got some Kryta stuff. We got some Maguma stuff. We got 2 maps. One, like, 2 maps in the Fire Island, but one was inside, one was outside. And then, like, another ore map. So I would like to kind of see that a little bit. Like, give me a Tarnished Coast map. Give me, like, a mountain map up here. Give me, like, maybe a Steam Spur map. So we have, like, what would I say? 1, 2, 3, and, like, maybe a Maguma map. 4, 5, and then maybe, like, one over here, 6, and, like, a new area or something like that. Like, I would like to see that, where they kind of, like, jump around and do some more. Maybe for the expansion, maybe do an expansion that doesn't require you to go, like, in a row, right? Because this was, like, going up here and then going down and then bloop. That was, like, the journey you took here, right? Maguma was going along here, going down, right? With this, it was, like, going along here, right? But maybe do one where you, like, go from one map to another, to another, to another, and I don't know. I don't know how people would feel about that, but a couple of ideas there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, again, there's not that much in the Fire Island Chains, so that wraps up all of the Prophecies areas, all of the core Tyrian areas. I want to say that, that's pretty much. I can't even zoom out as far. Like, Guild Wars 1 zooms out so much farther. I can't even zoom out that far. It's like, it goes all the way up to there, and I can't even get that all on the map. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm gonna put these on hiatus, and we'll come back to this, and we'll do some of the Northern Shiver Peaks at some point, and we'll do some more of the other areas maybe in the game. Elona, I haven't done any of the Elonan, like any of the areas down here, because there's a ton. I mean, these, like, align with a ton of stuff, like, specifically because we did all the way up to, like, the Ellen River. We went all the way down, the Vigil, the Lone Vigil right here was, like, the most southern point that we went to. So that's kind of, we'd be starting here. We'd be starting with the Desolation, going to Vabi, going to both areas of Korna, the Jahai Bluffs and the Domain of Korna, and then going to Istan, Farinor. We wouldn't be going here because none of that is actually in Guild Wars 1. And yeah, and in Guild Wars 1 I'd explore probably down here and down here as well, because there's actually really interesting areas, and I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see any of this, because there's, like, this really cool marsh thing down here that we didn't get to see. Like, it's really cool with, like, a temple, like a weird, like there's cool stuff down there. And then even here, like, this area, I always wanted to go back to it because it has this, like, it's like these keys, and they have, like, these islands that are really cool. With, again, there's, like, these in Guild Wars 1, there's, like, these temple things, where they even talk about, like, these wind spirits and stuff. There's some really cool lore things. I would have to, like, refresh my mind on that, but yeah, so there's stuff there. But yeah, we could see a bunch of stuff here with, like, Gendera, the Moon Fortress, and all these, like, outposts. There's, like, certain things we could see there, and of course Fortress of Jahai, we could see some cool stuff, and that type of stuff. Crescent's Prosperity, I don't know if there's anything there that we could see. Vabi, like, all of this right here, the Garden of Saboran, there's a lot of stuff there. The Palace, Generous Run, there's a really, like, this particular area is really cool to look at. Kodash Bazaar, yeah, definitely. The Academy, Necropolis, not so much, not the Foundry either, like, neither of those. Desolation, like Mouth of Torment, Ruptured Heart, Joko's Domain, most definitely. Lair of the Forgotten, Poison Outcrops for sure. Yeah, so there's some stuff there to see, but yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you guys so much, and again, I'll be live tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing more stuff. I'll be live every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as of right now. So we'll be live tomorrow night with some Temtem. We're gonna be playing some Temtem, catching some Temtem and stuff, and then on Sunday, thank you so much, Emily. I hope you have a good night. On Sunday, we'll be doing more Freelancer. I'm playing through the Crossfire mod, which is super fun. I'm having like a huge urge of playing that today, but I gotta wait until Sunday. We'll play that, which is super, super fun. And Monday, next Monday, I don't know what I'm gonna do next Monday. We're gonna do something, it'll probably be something like an in-between thing, you know, where I'm gonna play maybe like a different game or something with you guys, and then get back into like doing Guild Wars stuff a couple weeks later or something. We'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do Halloween stuff in a couple weeks as well, because we have Halloween in Guild Wars 2, and I really, really like Halloween in Guild Wars 2. And maybe we'll talk about some Halloween lore, right? We could talk about that stuff. Why is my hair like this? My hair is like really weird right now. I don't know, my hair is like weird looking right now. But yeah, thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Chicken, so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I know some of you guys got gifted subscriptions as well yesterday. That was thanks to one of my friends who was in stream. Super awesome, super great of him, and I talked to him afterwards, and I thanked him for that stuff. So yeah, and I will be uploading this to YouTube. Yeah, that was very nice of him, indeed. And I will be uploading this to YouTube, so you guys can leave comments and stuff. And I just, for those of you that care or whatever, want to know about the stuff, but I'm gonna be posting a little bit about the stuff on Reddit as well. I'm gonna kind of make a Reddit post probably tonight or tomorrow, kind of talking about a little bit about the comparison stream and maybe getting some people interested. And if we can get some interest in there, maybe I'll come back to it soon. But yeah, so this is gonna be it, guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.